Hey guys, Jimmy Yin here, the neurology acupuncture specialist from Achieve Integrative Health. And today's Tuesday. We're going to do another daily power tips with Treatment Tuesday. So recently we've been getting quite a few like gut problems, patients with gut problems. And these are, there's a specific class. It's called idiopathic, reasons, which means they have, they've gone to many specialists and they have no idea why they're having these gut issues, right? And so some of the things that these patients are experiencing are like nausea, vomiting, bloating, like abdominal bloating. They look like for women, they look like they're 3 months pregnant, gas, passing a lot of foul gas, diarrhea, constipation, or maybe even flip-flop. Like sometimes it's diarrhea, sometimes it's loose stool, sometimes it's constipation, or maybe sometimes it's like you go to the restroom and you feel like you can't completely empty your bowels. Like you go and then 2 hours later you feel like you gotta go again, right? And so these are some of the common symptoms with this idiopathic gut problems. So idiopathic digestive problems, right? And here's the thing, the reason why it's idiopathic is because they go to the GI doctors, they go to the family doctors, they go to specialists, and they do maybe an endoscopy, maybe a colonoscopy, maybe a blood test. They've been plugged from here and plugged from here, and they still can't figure out what's going on. They do the blood test, they can't figure out what's going on. It's not gluten sensitivity. There's very minimal or no inflammation in the esophagus, the stomach, the duodenum, the large intestine. They can't find anything, no polyps, nothing. So they tell the patient, oh, nothing's wrong with you, maybe this is just in your brain, or maybe this is, we have no idea what's going on. But the patient still has all of these symptoms, right? So from a patient's perspective, they're miserable. Oh, and fatigue. Fatigue is a common one too. Fatigue, I forgot that. So these are the common symptoms that these patients have been getting from this idiopathic digestion. Let me scroll this down a little. So, all right, idiopathic digestive problems. Okay, and so what do we do? Are we able to find out the root cause? A lot of times we're not able to find out the root cause because these things don't occur overnight. If it did occur overnight, then we would know the cause. If doing all these tests, you would know the cause. But a lot of times they develop over months, over years, and then finally they're erupting. And there's nothing, the medical diagnostics can't determine what is the root cause. So is that so important? Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't, right? But the solution, what is the solution? The solution is what you ingest. What you ingest will determine these symptoms, okay? So some people are sensitive to food. Maybe they have not necessarily an allergic reaction where they swell up, but maybe they have a food sensitivity. And the food sensitivities are delayed reactions. You don't feel the reaction from the food that you may be sensitive to until 2 weeks later, maybe a month later, right? And so what you put in your mouth is vital important. If you put junk in your mouth, then obviously your organs are just getting junk. You put toxins in your mouth, then your body's just getting toxins. And of course, toxins can cause all of these symptoms, right? So what do? We focus, number one, on what our patients are ingesting. So some things that you can do is to do a food elimination diet. A food elimination diet, all functional medicine practitioners, that's probably how they start you off. It's a food elimination diet. So food elimination diet, it's very easy to do. You eliminate food elimination. You eliminate, common foods, common inflammatory foods, and then you slowly add one thing back in, right? It's difficult to do because nobody wants to eat the same thing every single day, and people don't want to, be stuck with eating bland foods. But if you can do it, it can actually give you insight into what may be causing. Maybe it's something that you're ingesting. It may be some food like nightshades. Nightshades is a common inflammatory food. Maybe something simple as a potato could be irritating your gut and causing these symptoms, right? Now, the food elimination diet does help you identify what may be temporarily causing all this inflammation. But a food elimination diet does not solve this problem, because if you were focusing on just removing, foods that you were allergic to or sensitive to, then you will never be able to eat those foods ever, right? So to me, it's not really solving the problem. I know for some people they have to do that, but most people, we don't have to do that. The reason why your body's sensitive to those foods is because your immune system is imbalanced. So to fix that, you have to balance your immune system. So temporarily, you need to stop eating the foods that are causing an inflammatory response. And so that is the benefit of a food elimination diet. Again, food elimination diet can give you data so that in the treatment of reversing this. But eliminating food permanently is not the solution, unless you're okay not eating certain foods for the rest of your life. For me, I love eating, so that's not okay. I want to focus on the root cause. So the food elimination diet still does not address the root cause. It's really a symptomatic relief. It's food elimination diet almost is just like surgery. You just remove an organ. An organ is dysfunctioning, you just remove it, right? So it's not right or wrong, it's just not what we do at Achieve Integrative Health. At Achieve Integrative Health, we focus on restorative medicine, restoring function so that your body can once again eat those foods that you were once sensitive to, okay? But that's just part one. I'll continue this discussion on Thursday, when we'll just continue on what other solutions that we do when someone has all these symptoms and they did all these tests and they can't find out, nobody knows what's going on, but the patient still feels like crap, okay? And how we help these patients restore function, restorative medicine, so that we eliminate these and they can go back to eating healthy foods. I'm not talking about junk food, okay? They can go back eating healthy foods, right? But the first step is to do the food elimination diet so that you can pinpoint temporarily which foods are causing an inflammatory response, which can make these symptoms worse, right? So hopefully this was beneficial. Like I said, we'll do part two on Thursday. I'll continue this conversation. But the first step is food elimination diet, and that's what we help our patients transition to help them resolve this problem, solve this problem, not just band-aid it, okay? A food elimination diet, if you rely upon a food elimination diet to solve this, you're really still band-aiding the problem, okay? That's not what we do at Achieve Integrative Health. We do restorative medicine, we do Emperor's medicine, Chinese medicine, restorative medicine. All right, guys, Jimmy Yen from Achieve Integrative Health. As always, everything in life is achievable. Yes, you can eliminate these symptoms. Everything is achievable, but it's up to you to get the right information, to follow the right advice, and to implement, take action. All right, guys, let's take action.